Well, first of all, Autobots are Decepticons.
Autobots.
Autobots.
Yeah, they're good. They're the good guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that your TikTok bio said that you were a transformer.
As in like transformer, not
Oh.
that Transformers.
Not like an actual okay. You're Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Full?
A quarter Chinese.
Is there any like conflict there?
No,
No. The Vietnamese and Chinese people.
we're good. Yeah.
I always hear that Vietnamese men
Yeah.
and women are like the most toxic. That's what I see on TikTok
That's
all
fact.
the time.
That's fact. It's true.
Why?
We don't get reassurance from our family. You know, in some households, like, I love you, son, or I love you, daughter. We never get that. We never hear them say, I love you.
You have really nice posture. I need to fix myself for a second, sorry.
Back straight.
Yeah.
I think our ancestors fought in the war and we're freaking crazy. Like, we were so good that the Americans like backed off. They're like, peace, we're going back home. Like, you guys win. Like, get out of here.
Did you just say the Vietnamese people are toxic because you fought in a war?
Yeah.
Were you just born in Surrey? Or were you raised in Surrey?
I was raised in Surrey. I was born in Prince Rupert. It's like the wettest town in Canada. So it just rained, storm.
Pun intended?
Yeah.
I feel like you don't strike me as somebody who's from Surrey.
Yeah.
But you do love like Indian culture.
I loved Indian culture.
Is that because
Well, my ex was Indian. So he got me really into it.
like full, like how Indian?
Like, he's from Delhi.
Oh
Like,
shit.
full Indian.
Wow.
So, you know, when you like someone, you want to adapt to everything that they are. The music they listen to, their culture, their heritage. So I was very invested in the culture, and I still am, and I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, good for you.
Thank you.
I feel like
It's very the opposite. Like, for you, you're very into like Korean, Japanese.
Yeah.
And I'm very like into Indian.
But I feel like like you can be like super invested in Indian culture and nobody really, it's like super like welcoming. But I feel like if you're not Asian and you get invested in Asian culture, I feel like you're more likely to be labeled as like fetishizing if you're non-Asian in Asian culture.
Right.
Does that make sense?
That does make sense.
But I wonder, like, has anyone ever said to you that you fetishize Indian culture?
No, they love it.
Exactly.
I always get like Indian people coming up to me and being like, thank you for putting us on the map. Like, you're such a good representation, even though you're not Indian.
Wow.
I'm like, okay. You gotta be passionate.
I've
about
never
it.
yeah, maybe I'm not passionate enough.
So what are you?
I'm half Indian, half Dutch.
Half Indian?
Yeah,
Like, where are your parents from?
that's a great question. Don't break the fourth wall to shame me. So I don't speak the language.
You don't speak the
I don't do the
language.
dances. I've been to the temple like twice.
Stop.
Yeah, you're more Indian than me.
I think I am. I speak a little bit of it. I know I've been to India so many times.
I know what datti means.
Tati?
That means shit.
Is that Punjabi?
Yeah.
I know Hindi.
You're the loudest pants to the library possible. You speak Hindi.
Thoda, thoda. Thoda, thoda.
Oh, that's a little bit. Wow.
Like, I know how to bargain in Hindi. Like, when I go to like the markets. Bhaiya, ye kitna hai? Like, how much is this? I mean, it's too expensive. I'm like, nahi, ye bahut mehenga hai.
Whoa. That's so cool. Fuck. I'm just like disappointed in myself. I just speak English.
I'll teach you.
That is, you know how sad that is?
That's okay.
That a Vietnamese girl is gonna teach me how to speak Hindi? Are you religious at all?
Am I living by myself?
No. Are you religious?
No.
No. Never.
How could I be religious? Well, actually,
What do you mean?
my dad's side, they're very religious, like Christians. Like, I was baptized in a Catholic church,
Okay.
like when I was younger. And then I was an altar boy at one point, like serving the priest. Not that kind of serving, but I was holding the candle. I didn't understand a word. I was just there to hold the candle, to be with God.
Are you close with your parents?
I'm close with my mom. My dad, not so much. Like, I had a huge, big drama with him.
Yeah.
He's very strict and very plain Jane, old school, traditional Vietnamese dad.
Oh.
Yeah, so he doesn't know what like trans is. He doesn't believe in it. He doesn't believe in the LGBTQ plus community.
2S.
2S LGBT. Oh my God, he's one of those.
Is there like a hierarchy in the LGBTQ community?
Oh, the gays think they rule the world, but they don't.
Oh,
And
really?
let me tell you something. It was the trans people that fought for the gay rights.
Was it?
Absolutely. At Stonewall in New York. The reason why we have Pride today was because of transgender people.
Really?
Yeah.
But the G's, I think they did it.
They want to get rid of us. They want us to be out of the alphabet. They're like, oh, the T can go away.
That's T right there.
That is T. Pun.
Because the order is like you guys are all the way at the bottom.
We're the last, so we kind of
Oh no, Q. What's Q?
queer. But for the longest time it was LGBT. And then we added the Q, LGBTQ. And now we added the LGBTQAI. And now there's the 2S.
AI is involved in this shit now?
Yeah.
Like robots? What's A?
I's intersex. A is... I have no idea. I'm so confused at this point.
Let me Google it. A is
Two spirits.
acrobats? Let me see.
Is it androgyny?
Asexual.
I knew that.
It's actually IA plus.
AI plus? 2S LGBTQIA
Plus.
plus.
Do you ever get tired? Like what's the word? Of being like trans person?
Have you got tired?
Like let's say I was getting a bunch of acting roles because I was brown. And then eventually it's like, fuck, I don't want to be like the brown guy anymore. Does that get tiring?
Not really.
No.
Because coming out as trans has given me so many opportunities.
It's like popping. It's pretty popping right now.
And I kind of have a problem with that. I have some tea, Giselle.
Really?
I'm mad because a lot of people see it as a trend because it's popping. So everyone's like, oh, let me just get on hormones and because they seem so beautiful and glamorous. And now you have this case of people detransitioning and blaming people who are actually trans. People have literally bashed me online for being, Julie glorifies being transgender. It's not a trend. This is my life.
Yeah, but you're getting like looped in.
I mean, looped in because I post like videos on YouTube about my journey, about my transition.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like LeBron being like, yeah, I'm an NBA player, I'm successful, and then people who can't play basketball well being like, fuck you, LeBron.
Right.
Yeah.
There's this whole...
You're the LeBron James of
Yeah.
the transgender community for sure.
There's just a huge uproar about the trans community. A lot of controversy.
The washrooms is, everybody cares a lot about washrooms.
They do. And I always comment on stuff on Instagram. Maybe people always come for me.
About washrooms?
You want me to be in the men's washroom? Like, wouldn't that look wrong? You want me to walk in the men's washroom? I will.
Do you know?
Is your boyfriend in that washroom? I'll walk in there right now. Listen what he has to say.
So before you were fully transitioned, were you going into the male washroom and sitting on a toilet and peeing?
Yeah. Do you want to hear what's fucked up?
Yes.
In high school, because I was like the only gay person there. I felt uncomfortable being in the men's washroom. And I obviously couldn't go into the women's washroom. So I spoke to my teacher and I'm like, which bathroom do I go to? And they were like, the handicapped washroom.
I'm so...
Cancelled.
Of all things for them to say.
Yeah, I felt so...
What the fuck? It's really hard for you not to make the comparison to, oh, okay, because I'm this, now I'm...
I have like a disability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of situation. So
It's so interesting though that, like the problems you had growing up
yeah.
versus the problems I had growing up, like they're so insanely different.
Mhm.
And it's something that like
I think straight people like never even have to think about. Like going to the washroom is right?
And it's a huge thing for trans people going to the washroom. Like sometimes I still feel like, oh my God, is someone gonna clock me in the washroom and be like, what are you doing in here? You shouldn't be in here. But that's never happened, but it's always in the back of my mind and I always get scared.
Yeah.
But if they want to pass a bill where, you're supposed to go to the bathroom that you were assigned at birth, I have no problem.
You know what I love?
I'll go back to the men's washroom.
I love the Starbucks or the club that has like, you go in, there's a communal place to wash your hands, and it's all just like stalls that you go to.
Yeah.
Like, cause like, I mean, I get uncomfortable pissing next to a dude. Like, it's really hard not to look at another dude's dick when he's pissing right next to you. So like when I'm doing it, I'm like making sure to like, cause I don't want him to feel awkward or, so I love it. But sitting down to pee.
It makes less of a mess and it's not so loud and crazy.
Not so loud? What do you mean not so loud?
When guys stand and they pee, it's like splashing everywhere. It's so noisy.
But at a urinal.
They should get rid of those. Everything should be stalls.
That is the most controversial thing you've said all day. I love urinals.
No, it's so
For what reason?
Because I love looking at other dudes' dicks.
I mean, if I still had it, I probably would.
It's just like, I'm all about efficiency.
It takes 1 second to open the door, to sit down and be private.
You know how much water you've wasted by peeing into toilets your entire life? I care about the environment.
Oh my God.
I'm an environmentalist.
I mean, I guess.
Is it,
It's so gross.
what?
Urinals are gross.
Yeah, they are.
You see like little pubes everywhere. It just smells awful.
How are people just dropping pubes everywhere?
The little scratch, and boop, boop. You see a blonde one, you see a ginger one. It's just like
Straight one, curly one.
straight. Yeah, curly. Take those, bring it home, look it under a microscope.
Lots of interesting characters at this library.
Interesting.
Did you have was peeing different for you? After your,
My surgery?
is it like quite a nice stream?
No.
No? It's like fire hose?
It's the sprays.
Oh.
But no, I was recently in Mexico with a bunch of like gay content creators. And we're on this path, like this trip, in this van for so long, and we had to stop and pull over to take a pee break. But there weren't like gas stations. It was literally like on the side of the highway. There's bushes, there's trees. All the guys just, walked over and just
Okay,
peed.
no one's doing.
And then I was like, I really need to pee. So we got some napkins, some hand sanitizer, and like crouched down. I'm like, ugh, I wish I had my dick at this point. It was terrible. I had to make sure not to get like on my pants.
Did you save your cum before your surgery?
No, I didn't think of that. I should have though. No, wait. So that is probably the biggest regret of my entire life.
You didn't? What do you mean you didn't think of that?
I didn't think of that because I was going through such major genital dysphoria that if I don't get on the surgery table ASAP, I will myself.
Okay. That's a fair reason. Yeah.
I just could not go any longer because I was like, I can't go a day longer living in this shell that I'm not happy with. I was miserable. So, and I was really young. I'm like, I just want the surgery now. I want to be a woman. Done.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, I'm like, oh my goodness, I want a baby of my own. So no, I didn't save my cum. I wanted to save my balls, but the doctor threw it somewhere, so.
They didn't even offer them to you?
No. That'd be weird though, no? I didn't even ask.
Isn't it weird how they offer you your wisdom teeth, but you don't get offered your balls?
Right?
Did you have any, like after your surgery, did you have any like sexual frustration during your like recovery time? Because like, I don't know how long you're not allowed to.
When you're on hormones, your sex drive actually decreases. So I was never really sexually active when I was on hormones.
So how long was that for?
Forever-ish.
So
It depends.
so this is before you?
Yeah, so when you transition, you take hormones, and those hormones make you like less freaky.
Really?
I had phantom pain though.
That's something that I wanted to ask you.
I did have phantom pain. It was after the surgery. I flew back to Vancouver And the first time I like went to the washroom, I like was super sleepy. I was high on medication, and then went to the bathroom. I always sit when I pee. I sat down, I peed, and you know, after that you do a little shake. So I went down there and I was like trying to shake it, and it was gone. And I was like, oh, like where is it?
Oh my God.
But yeah,
It's called like phantom limb. Like a veteran goes to the army, loses his arm, he feels like he can still. So you had like phantom dick.
Oh.
Phantom.
For the first like couple months.
Yeah.
But there's still sensation. I can still feel everything.
Yeah. That was another fascinating thing.
Yeah.
One more question. Is it like getting a boob job to where you have any sort of say in the way that it looks? Or is it like they just
trust in them, let go, and let the doctor. Thank you, Dr. Broussard.
wow, so you didn't have any sort of like
No, I'm like, just make it look pretty, please.
yeah, that's quite subjective though. Is it not?
Yeah. So what happens before the surgery? The doctor like comes and assesses you. He looks at your thing to see if you need a skin graft, which means if you're not big enough, they're gonna have to take like a chunk out of your skin somewhere to build for the depth.
How demoralizing is that?
I know. Thank God I didn't need a skin graft. Just saying. Tall and skinny.
I think I would need one. Can we just take 1 second to acknowledge the medical achievement that is turning?
It's amazing.
I still think it's like
It's crazy.
we can't cure cancer, but you can
Oh.
change your.
It's a controversial topic.
Is it a green flag for you if a guy has been with a trans girl?
It's kind of like a red flag for me.
Really?
Kind of. I don't know. Like an orange flag. Oh, I don't know.
Oh. Why?
Because they're a chaser. They're a chaser, and they're always looking for the next. It can never be just one trans girl. Like it's a fetish. Like they want
Really?
more and more and more and more. Like I know all the signs. I've dated every single kind of man you can imagine, and I just see right through people.
How do you like come? This is purely from like a. I'll be honest. I dated a trans girl for like. I didn't know though.
No, she's one of those.
Yeah, it's a really sad story.
I'm sorry. We do not claim that person to be a part of our community.
Yeah, that's like the big topic of conversation
That's a good topic.
is like, when do you tell somebody? With me and her, it just fucking sucked because she was like the first girl that I was ever like really in love with. And we were together for like 3 months. We were fucking. You didn't know? I had no idea. But we always got into lots of arguments about pregnancy because she wasn't on the pill. And she didn't want to use condoms. And I was like, if we don't use a condom, we're gonna have a fucking child.
You didn't know.
No, I had no idea.
Oh, she's real good then. What's her doctor's number?
Like, it was more so just like something I've never like, when it comes to like the sex, I've never looked at a vagina and been like,
How do they sound?
like, fine.
Okay.
We got into so many arguments about pregnancy.
Right.
And then she, not the time for the cart, but we gotta wait for it. And then she said, one day she's like, I have to tell you something. And then she told me. And I was so caught off guard. Like I had no idea. I was just really, not uncomfortable, but like so shocked. The first thing I asked her was, I said, was your dick bigger than mine?
Oh. There it is.
Because I started laughing because I was so. And then we continued dating for another month. But I just like, it wasn't the trans thing that bothered me. It was just like I felt like now every time she told me something, I was like, is this real?
That's a huge like debate online.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of trans people who they get off on not telling a man that they're trans. And I find that so awful and puts such a bad rep on the trans community. I would tell someone, say I went on a date with someone.
Yeah.
I would probably tell them beforehand, by the way, I'm trans. If this is your thing, amazing. If not, that's okay.
Yeah.
But I'd rather tell them beforehand because there's lots of crazy, aggressive people out there who will murder you. So many trans people die because they find out that they once were a man.
Yeah.
And that's how people die.
Yeah, it's like when with my ex, afterwards when I told her, I was like, in the future, just tell people. Just because like if I was like closeted homophobic or something, like
Right.
it wouldn't have just been like a shitty joke that I made, right? Like it would have been super dangerous. Her argument was she would always tell me like she just wanted me to get to know her for
first.
who she is now.
Right.
And I didn't really have an argument for that. But isn't being trans a part of who you are now? Question mark?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm skating on thin ice right now.
No. I still consider this being trans, even though I've completed all my surgery. I won't turn back on my community. Like I always know where I come from. And I will never run away from that because there are people out there who need help. And just because I've transitioned and crossed the finish line doesn't mean like I'm gonna forget about it.
I always try to think of an accurate like comparison, but I don't think there is one. Like, oh, that's like you not telling this person this.
Kind of like if you're seeing someone and you're like, I'm single, but you're actually married. Is that a thing?
Oh.
Is that a good example? Yeah, you would feel just as hurt.
Yeah.
You're married with 2 kids, what? While you were thinking like, we've been dating for all this time.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah.
I could tell. I can see it in your eyes.
I thought I was the main girl, but I was just the side chick.
Oh.
Tell me why there's tampons under the sink. You think I use tampons?
I just want to be curious, right? Like that's why I'm like, how do you come? Not because I'm trying to like it's genuinely like so interesting. Take the floor.
But no, I feel like, there's sensation in there.
Yeah.
It's just gonna stimulate the outer. And then I just climax, nothing comes out. But I do feel that like sensation of like release, like I did before.
Would you say that it's direct, like 1-for-1 to before when you used to come?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. That's so cool.
But I don't really use it anymore. It's just for aesthetics purposes.
You don't use your vagina?
No, I don't.
Oh, you use the...
And use the back door.
Is that your preferred?
It's my preferred, yeah.
Oh.
I just did not like what I saw before.
Yeah.
It was just always so tough.
It's a nuisance.
It is a nuisance.
Especially if you like, it's a nuisance for me. I can't imagine if you don't fucking want it there.
I don't.
Yeah.
Get away, move.
Is there anything like, is there like a thing where you can like tie it back?
It's like tape. You can like tape yourself.
Tape?
Yeah, tape. Duct tape, gorilla tape.
No.
And then you wear like a gaff underwear that pushes it back. But you just tape it and you can't pee, it's painful. And I was just sick and tired of doing that every summer, like going to the beach. I was just so in my head about it.
Yeah.
My friend's like, let's go to the beach, let's wear our bikinis. And I'm like, oh my God, like what am I gonna do? People are always staring when they suspect that you're trans. They stare at like everything. They stare at your hands, they stare at your feet, they stare at your throat, they stare at your chest, your crotch area to see if you're a man or not.
Yeah, I get insecure when I'm like walking around wearing an outfit I kind of don't like, and I feel like people are looking at me. I can't imagine what it's like for y'all.
It honestly was hell when I first started transitioning. I had short hair. I feel like the middle or the early stages of transitioning was hard.
A lot of people feel like they can't joke about anybody in the LGBTQ community. So I have a couple jokes here that I found online. All you have to do is tell me if you think they're funny or not.
Okay, I'm scared.
Okay. So what did the trans woman say to the barista?
I don't know.
Can I have a coffee? What else? I have a lot of respect for trans women. that surgery takes balls.
That's a good one.
You think that's a good one?
That's a good one.
That's funny.
I'm gonna use that one. That's good.
Okay. People keep asking me what the trans agenda is, and I keep telling them, trans is not agenda. Like a gender.
That's a good one.
That's a good one too?
That's a good one.
Okay, we're 2 for 3.
Damn.
Okay, last one. Okay, I used to think I was a man in a woman's body. And then I was born. No? Cut the last one out?
I didn't get that one.
Like, because I was inside my mom. Like, oh, I used...
Scrap.
We've never met before. This is our first time meeting.
Yes.
After talking to me for 45 minutes, do you think I am a green flag, red flag, orange flag? Be 100% honest. Hurt my feelings if you have to.
About what?
Just what's your first impression? Yeah.
I think you're a green flag.
You think so?
Yeah, you're very sweet. You're very nice.
Really?
You make me feel comfortable.
Ah.
Yeah, it's easy to talk to you.
Okay. Wow. Well, it would have been more funny if you said something mean, but that's really nice of you.
Oh.
Not that you...
Red flag. I take that back. He's a chaser. This is a setup.